I want to share something really personal, something that's been weighing on me for a while now. It's about family, motherhood, respect, and the messy truths people try to hide behind the scenes. This isn't about drama for drama's sake. It's about standing up for myself, my children, and the truth. So, buckle up, because this is going to be real, raw, and unfiltered. First off, I want to address the whole situation about my kids. You know, it's wild how people only seem to recognize that I have 2 children, like that's the full story. They know about my oldest daughter and my son, but it's like my other children don't even exist in their eyes. It's strange how that works, right? There were literally thousands of blogs posting about my new girlfriend way back when I was actually spending time with my daughter. It's like no one ever saw her around. Why? Because she's not around that much, obviously, and people don't really get to see the whole picture. Don't ever play with me on this. I told you before, remember when you said my daughter wasn't with me on Christmas? Not only was I with her, but you were sitting right there. I bought most of the gifts, like I always do, so don't come at me with this nonsense. Why do you keep playing with my kid like that? And then when I talk about your parenting, suddenly you get mad. She won't let me see my daughter. I'm not the type to keep a father away from his child. I don't need to be with her all day long, but it's your turn too. You understand? And let's get real for a second about the times you wanted to take her over to your mother's house. I told you not to bring my daughter around those pedophiles that live over there. One of your adopted sisters, everyone knows about it, has been touching kids over there. That's why my daughter has never really gone there and doesn't even know those people. And you agreed with me back when we were together. So don't try to act like I'm the bad guy here or like I'm some kind of monster. Worry about your side of the family protecting a pedophile instead of trying to spin stories about me. Yes, I'm going there every time. That's in my divorce papers, by the way. You can have it whenever you want. Take it wherever you want. I don't want my daughter around anyone who's been known to hurt kids and get protected. Tell me I'm lying, say it to my face. Should I list who she touched that everyone knows about, yet no one says a damn thing? That upsets me. It makes me mad when someone tries to attack my motherhood. And he knows that well. So I'm off that subject. Don't ever play with my motherhood again. For all of y'all saying he bought my jewelry, let me set the record straight. He didn't buy shit. I can literally count on one hand what he's bought me. Maybe one anklet, a little charm here and there. But the pieces I posted recently, the half-kilo Cuban, my Cartier bracelet, my Van Cleef, he didn't buy any of those. And even if he did buy something, that doesn't give him the right to go into my jewelry box and pawn it, because it's mine. And he didn't even take anything he bought because none of that was worth more than a couple $100s. I have all my receipts for hundreds of thousands of dollars from pristine jewelers, so stop lying. Why am I mad? Because I found out she was with a woman, and because I moved on. And guess what? That's why he's mad too. You want to know why he didn't address anything I said but went on and on attacking Eazy, the Block Captain, who he's literally obsessed with. First off, you posted an audio of yourself recording like some federal agent. Recording devices in every house, every car. When you're recording and the other person doesn't know, you act accordingly, right? You wanted me to lie and say nothing ever happened between me and Eazy, that I wasn't talking to him, wasn't messing with him, nothing. But I said no. Me, you, and Eazy agreed not to talk about the incident at my event. Not that you knocked anyone out, because that was always a lie. You agreed because, at the time, you didn't have your executive position as the head of hip-hop, which no one's heard about in ages. You weren't sure if the job was secure, so you couldn't risk looking like the aggressor or committing a crime. I went to talk to Ethan and told him, let's chill, it's best for all of us. Because we're all professionals in our own fields. You know who you are, I know who I am, and Papoose, well, he was still Pap at the time, I just didn't know it. The moment he knew his job was solid, that's when the narrative changed. He got mad because I never posted the video he wanted me to post to my 11 million followers to subscribe to TuneCore, where he was getting a percentage. I told him, tell the people at TuneCore to post it on their page. I didn't see the problem. But the second he knew his job was secure, he started saying, I knocked somebody out. Trying to assassinate Eazy's character like he's trying to assassinate mine. I literally had to peel him off your back because of how crazy he was acting. I can't even go to that venue anymore because of his behavior that night, when he ran off with a mask on and no one knew where he went. People were asking, are we doing this? What's happening? And all I could say was, sorry guys, that's my husband, and that's my daughter's father. I can't do anything. Yes, He was wrong, dead wrong, and out of pocket. If something happens behind my back, I don't deal with it, but not on my watch. I stood firm and handled all his tormenting, secrets, and crazy behavior. No one could handle him except me. Let's be clear, people didn't respect me because of him. A lot of the clout he got was because of me. That's how I carry it. So when he says he lied after I knocked him out, let me tell you, we all lied to protect each other because he did some dumb shit. But y'all know how it goes with these kinds of people. They can do crazy things to you for years, but the second you say, "I'm done," all hell breaks loose. He used to be glued to me everywhere. Not because I was cheating or couldn't keep my legs closed, but because he was scared an athlete, rapper, or executive would get my attention and I'd leave him. But then he realized that a regular dude who raps, just not in the same way, makes about $50,000 per battle, with 5 or 6 battles a year, earning $250,000, had better credit than anyone he knew. I've never seen someone with a credit score like his, not even the richest people I've been around. Unlike some who beg me to add their names to properties and don't pay their taxes, this guy was solid. He couldn't believe it. He kept asking, why him? Why not me? While he was sitting there wondering, why Hitman? Why goods? And lying about everything, he was devastated because this regular guy who once worked sanitation had overcome his manipulation and treated me right. Not just for the cameras, but genuinely. Not because I was paying his bills or taking care of his kids, none of that. And after I created my battle league, Chrome 23, I helped him start another successful league. He signed himself to Slitcherverse Records and dropped a single the same day. He keeps digging up old pictures of Eazy from Google, trying to make people think, look who she's messing with. Bro, if I posted your old pictures, you'd look crazy too. A lot of our old pictures look wild. Why don't you post the videos and surveillance you have of me? You were live for 2 hours, 3 different times at 2 a.m., talking about what you were feeling. You're the weird one. You kept blackmailing me and threatening to release tapes. People say she was parading around with this guy. No, I wasn't. You might have seen me standing with someone, maybe at my battle league where people talk crazy about me. People who talked with Papoose, who fed them info to embarrass me. But I'm a real person and I know the truth. I don't care what anyone says. I just got out of a long relationship and I don't know what my next step is. I'm healing from emotional and mental abuse. My therapist says I have a trauma bond. That's why I'm cautious about moving around publicly and being judged. But I'm treated well now. Doors open for me, seats pulled out, jackets held for me. I'm grateful for that. I don't need gifts or flowers from people I'm not with. I don't want to lie about that. We could have put out a statement together, but no, you'd rather do it like this, trying to twist the story. Just leave me alone. Stop clinging to Eazy like it's your only identity. If you want to talk about him, do it yourself. I'm done. So that's it, guys. I just want the papers signed so I can finally get some peace. Let the record show. I'm moving on. I'm okay. I'm great. I'm happy. And honestly, the only time I get upset is when I have to do this, to clear the air, to tell the truth. Because it matters. Thanks for listening and tuning in. This isn't just about drama. It's about standing up, speaking my truth, and protecting what matters most, my children and my sanity.